Hi, I am Nirmal, and today our topic is economic environment of business. So, first of all, we discuss about the business environment. Business environment means external forces and factors and institutions that are beyond the control of the business, and they affect the functioning of a business enterprise. These include customers, competitors, suppliers, government, and the social, political, legal, and technological factors, etc. Thus, business environment may be defined as the total surroundings which have a direct or indirect bearing on the functioning of business. It may also be defined as the set of external factors such as economic factors, social factors, political and legal factors, demographic factors, technical factors, etc., which are uncontrollable in natural and affect the business decisions of a firm. So, business environment has been defined by Bayward O. Wheeler as the total of all things external to firm and industrial which affect their organizations and operations. So, according to the feature of a business environment is the sum total of all external to the business firm and that greatly influence their functioning. It covers factors and forces like customers, competitors, suppliers, government, and the social, cultural, political, technological, and legal conditions. The business environment is dynamic in nature. That means it keeps on changing. The change is business environment are unpredictable. It is very difficult to predict the exact nature of business, features happening, and the change in economic and social environment. So, business environment differs from place to place, region to region, and country to country. Important of business environment. There is a close and continuous interactions between the business and its environment. That these interactions help in strengthening the business firm and using its sources more effectively. As started above, the business environment is multifaceted, complex, and dynamic in nature and has a far reaching impact on the survival and growth of the business. To be more specific, proper understanding of the social, political, and legal economics enterprise helps the business in the following ways. So, identifying firms' strength and weaknesses. Business environment helps to identify the industrial strength and weaknesses in view of the technological and global developments. Determining opportunities and threats. The interactions between the business and its environment would identify opportunities for and threats to the business. It helps the business enterprises for meeting the challenges successfully, giving directions for growth. The interactions with the environment leads to opening up new frontiers of growth for the business firms. It enables the business to identify the areas for growth and expansion of their activities. Continuous learning, environmental analysis makes the tasks of managers in dealing with business challenges. The managers are motivated to continuously update their knowledge, understanding, and skill to meet the predicted changes in realm of business. Image building, Environmental understanding helps the business organizations in improving their image by showing their sensitivity to the environment within which they are working. Meeting competitions. It helps the firm to analyze the competitors' strategies and formulate their own strategies accordingly. Factors affecting business environment. The business environment or the external forces acting on the business consists of a large number of forces. These are demographic factors. Demography is a study of human populations with reference to its size, density, distribution, and other connected vital statistics. This information to society and business. The density of populations, the extent of their standard of living, the level of their education, and the nature of their occupation, etc., greatly influence the type of business the entrepreneurs could undertake. The business units requires customers for its survival and growth. Naturally, business can thrive in populace religions, though nowadays transportations helps a lot in bringing the commodities to the populated areas. So, economic factors. The business enterprise is affected by various economic forces which cannot be controlled by the business. These economic forces can be divided into two categories, that is, demand forces and competitive forces. For a business firm to survive and thrive, it should have adequate demand for its products. At the same time, the firm has to complete the rival firm producing similar products or substitute products. Economic forces affecting demands. For customers, by buying the commodity of the firm, they could have the ability to buy and willingness to buy. The ability to buy a commodity depends on the income of the customer. To be very precise, the disposable income of the customer out of the total income. The individual has to pay taxes due to the government, and the disposable income will be less if the taxes are high. Secondly, if the individual wants to save more, the amount for spending will be less. Thus, the ability to buy a commodity depends on the total income earned out of the employment of the individual, the taxes of the government, and the savings of the individuals. An increase in tax will reduce the demand for the commodity. The attitude of the individual towards saving will affect the demand. A change in price of commodity will affect the demand. Expectations of a future change or in price or change in tax will also affect the demand. Competitive forces. So the competitive tools are price cutting, advertisement, product differentiations, marketing strategies, and consumer service. Price cutting or price reducing is a method which has to be adopted very cautiously, as it may ultimately lead to price war between firms competing, resulting in reducing of profit. Advertisement in modern days have become a very powerful tool in pursuing the consumers of a product for particular brand. In monopolistic competitions, a large share of the market is entrenched by firms making effective and aggressive advertisement. Product differentiations. A firm tries to get competitive strength by differentiating the product. Firms those of its rival buys special design, color, packing, and features. The firm tries to get competitive edge. Marketing strategies and consumer service. Modern firms adopt various types of marketing strategies to create market for their products. Installment systems, credit systems, hire purchase, etc. are the prominent ways by which firms try to cut through the poor segment of the society and convert them their customers. Beside customer services like free door delivery, quick services, after sale service, guarantee from defect up to a certain period are adopted to have more and more demand for their commodities. Geographical and ecological environment. Geographical conditions to a greater extent influence the type of the industries and business in a region. Generally, the people of a particular geographical region will have similar taste, preference, and requirements. The geographical situations, the physical features, the climate, rainfall, humidity, the vegetations, etc., decides the type of the living in a particular region, and only those industries which could cater the needs of the people could develop. In other words, geographical conditions exert profound influence on the locations of the business. Ecological is a study dealing with the interaction of living organisms with each other and with their non-living environment. It is a science telling about the relationship of all living beings, that is, human beings, animals, plants, etc., with non-living beings, air, water, soil represented by atmosphere, rivers, lakes, mountains, and land. Social and cultural environment. Social and cultural attitudes of a region influence the business organizations of the region in a variety of ways. The business practices and the environment technologies of the organizations should cope with the social and cultural attitude of the people. The modern business is social business in itself, but it is also part of a larger social system represented by society in general. Clearly, there should be some relationship between business and this larger society. To put it shortly, the business should adapt itself to the social and cultural environment. It is the class structure of the society. It tells about the social rules and organizations and the development of social institutions. The class structure depends upon the occupation of the people, their education, income level, social status, their mobility, their attitude, living, work, and social relationships, and above all, their attitude toward business. Every society develops its own culture, which means how to remember the member of that society behave and interact with each other in society as well as outside society. The term culture includes value, norms, customers, ethics, goals, and other accepted behavior patterns. So, political and legal environment. Political environment, all business firms directly affected to a greater or lesser degree of the government and its programs. Political forces which decide the nature of business and programs and projects to the undertake for development of the country. These political forces can be classified as long-term force, quick changes, cyclical change, and regional factors. The legal environment, the legal business in a country can be started and grow into business only within the legal system of the country. In this connection, all countries of the world have a separate set of laws for the control and direction of business. The business law of the country is a complex system of regulation and intervention that form the legal environment of the business. All business managers should have the knowledge of business law for making and management decisions. So that's for that episode. Thanks for watching my videos. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like, share, and comment my videos. So the next part is coming soon. Thanks a lot, my friends. Thanks a lot for your time.